The new Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom, actually lets you play as Zelda in an official Zelda game in the main series. Lots of people are excited, some are not. Why? Because... let me check notes here. She doesn't use a sword, she uses magic, she collects furniture, gather enemies to fight for her, baby-looking graphics, have other people fight on her behalf, not giving her sword, radiates sexist energy, not being able to smack people with a staff, doesn't get a sword, had to use others to fight on her behalf. Then you have the other side of the aisle, where people make immediate assumptions that the anti-woke crowds hate the game because you play as Zelda and you're replacing Link, and female protagonist means that it's woke. I'm not seeing that at all. I'm actually seeing the opposite, as in the woke crowds are getting outraged. One of them even admitted that. Putting all the dumb backlash aside, the game does look fantastic, and I can't wait to grab it from the 7 Seas. Let's move on from Zelda to RPGs, which isn't a genre for everyone, I admit, but this person wants to make it very clear to everyone that it's not theirs. I don't get the stake.
If you still are hyped for RPGs in the year 2024, you are a lost cause.
Lost cause? How are we a lost cause? We're just enjoying RPGs, anticipating RPGs, and then we're a lost cause somehow.
These quote retweets have yet to convince me RPG fans are anything but a lost cause.
Well, I don't want to convince you of any opinion. I just want to know why you think it's a lost cause. You haven't elaborated anything yet.
Pokemon has cool little creatures. If I was collecting anime women instead, it would be lame.
That's like most gacha games, except they also collect anime men too, which is why the demographic is a lot more balanced. Both men and women are screwed by the gacha.
Maybe, but I still stand strong that like 90% of them are terrible garbage.
Okay, but you do realize that Sturgeon's Law applies to everything, right?
Nope. Many things are actually mostly good.
Really? Which game genre is 90% good? I genuinely want to know. Look, I get that RPGs are not for everyone, but playing an RPG and quitting because there are women in it seems to be a pretty pathetic reason to quit. Remember when Persona was called Shin Megami Tensei Persona? It's nice that they dropped the title so that people are not confused between Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 5. SMT 5 was originally on the Switch, but Atlus loves their re-releases, and thus came vengeance for all the platforms, including Steam. This person has an interesting insight.
I just rage quit this game and never playing it again. Not only does the game make me have an erection, but this fight is unfair.
Okay, for context, they introduced a whole new race of demons called the Kaditsu, the goddesses of vengeance, which includes a redesigned Lilith. This person couldn't fight one of the goddesses named Nama. The team does little to no damage to her, and she does way too much damage with her sexy-ass moves. Someone needs to get bonked.
It's impossible to win unless you grind, 10 more levels?
Par for the course for Shin Megami Tensei.
No thanks. This is why I hate RPGs.
This sounds like skill issue to me. We got loads of gaming related hoopla in this video, but before we get to all those, here's a cat. And also, huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below, just $1, and you'll support this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, we have a console peasant. If you want to get into gaming but you don't know which platform to pick, I recommend the PC because most of you already have one and you can game on it. Play some classic games like Doom. Emulate older consoles to play classic games. You'll be PC gaming in no time. Oh, and get a controller. They're just better in certain games.
No one wants to spend $5,000 on a PC just to spend another $1,000 to upgrade it the next year. Gaming is for consoles, not computers.
You don't need to spend $5,000 on a PC. You can spend slightly more than a fifth of that and still have a good experience. Check out PCtiers.com. This is a general build guide for those who want to play modern games like Elden Ring. As for upgrades, you also don't need to spend $1,000 every year. Most people should be just fine playing games on medium settings, and that's perfectly achievable with the performance entry build from PCtiers.com. Also, laptops are great for those who travel a lot like me. Easier to set up than a console. Speaking of Doom, I want to talk about how much I absolutely love this game and how everyone should play it. If there's one game that I absolutely love the most from my childhood to this day, is classic Doom. Even with all the modern technologies and graphics that we have, I still play classic Doom from time to time to this day. It can run on anything at this point, and it is still one of the greatest games of all time. Doom is several decades old at this point, so major tweaks are needed to run the game in modern systems. You're gonna need a launcher like ZDL or Doom Runner. This allows you to run Doom and its sequels and expansion packs with mods mods. And most importantly, you're gonna need a source port, which are modified engines to have Doom running on modern systems, like GZ Doom. Once you have a launcher like ZDL, you can add the source ports you want. Add the Doom IWADs, which are the map files for the games. Select whatever map you like, click launch, and you're playing Doom like you never played before. Also, Project Brutality on GitHub, sick mod. Check it out. Doom runs on anything at this point. I mean, look at the compatibility for GZ Doom. Windows, Intel Mac, M1 Mac, Ubuntu, ARM Ubuntu. It's the one game that everyone tries to run on everything. And yes, it includes the modern consoles as well, through the Classic Collection, which also includes Doom 3. Great, I love Doom 3. Speaking of consoles, I want to talk about this amazing compilation of jokes that I found around social media. A common joke that the PlayStation 5 always got is the console having no game. One game, I don't know why. And then you got people on social media making jokes that always begin with, "Notice how." For example, notice how this PlayStation fanboy is watching Nintendo Direct to find games? Notice how you are mad at a joke instead of playing games. Notice how the PlayStation exclusive content is a movie instead of a gameplay. Notice how they said Discord call and not game. Notice how Xbox tweeted games instead of PlayStation. I always find this joke very funny because it has a layer of truth to it. While there are plenty of PS5 only games at the moment, they're not good enough to buy a whole new console. There's a reason why there are half of PlayStation gamers still sticking to the PS4. As much as I love PC gaming, there will always be a market for consoles to those who just want to play modern games without doing too much thinking, research, and building. To that, I say, get a gaming laptop, it's infinitely better. Speaking of PS5 exclusives, one of them is Stellar Blade, at the moment at least. The game is apparently selling very well, and there's one reason why.
And that's the only reason this game is selling. Literally porn. Nothing more. And people are defending porn.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Are you new here to the internet? Of course, there are going to be people defending porn and many other types of 18+ content. It's just that Stellar Blade is not one of them. Granted, the game is rated mature, but it's not just because of suggestive themes. Mostly it's because of the violence, because Stellar Blade is a surprisingly gory game. Most of the consensus agree that the gameplay is fine. I watched the cutscenes for the story. It was fine. It's not a particularly groundbreaking game. One of the game's major selling points is playing dress up with Eve. It's interesting how playing dress up for a female character is done in a game that's supposedly mostly for men. One thing is for sure, I still won't buy a PS5 for it. One game, I don't know why. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel, link down below. Go subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.